Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. If you think in terms of a year, plant a seed. If in terms of 10 years, plant a tree. And if in terms of 100 years, teach the people. True knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Old age, believe me, is a good and pleasant thing. It is true that you are gently taken off the stage, but then you are given a comfortable front seat as a spectator. A gentleman should always be ashamed if his words are better than his actions. It is easy to hate and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. Practicing 5 things under all circumstances constitutes perfect virtue. These 5 are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. I hear, and I forget. I see, and I remember. I do, and I understand. If I am walking with 2 other people, each of them will serve as my teacher. I will pick out the good points of one and imitate them, and the bad points of the other and correct them in myself. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. There are 3 methods to gaining wisdom: imitation, the easiest; reflection, the noblest; and experience, the bitterest. When it becomes clear that achieving your objectives is unattainable, you shouldn't alter your objectives. Instead, modify your approach and the steps you take to reach them. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Demand much from yourself and expect little from others. This way you will save yourself from vexations. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Seeing and listening to the wicked is the beginning of wickedness. Never impose on others what you would not choose for yourself. Those who seek constant happiness and wisdom must accommodate frequent changes. Admirable is the noble man who knows how to accept and imitate the virtues of others. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. A man who has committed a mistake and does not correct it is committing another mistake. It is the man who makes truth great, not truth that makes the man great. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. recognizing when you possess knowledge of a matter, and equally, accepting when you lack such knowledge, constitutes the essence of true understanding. The faults of a man are always in accordance with his type of mind. Observe his faults and you will know his virtues. Do not seek to be friends with someone who is not better than you. Questions serve as the intellectual activities that spark creativity, embodying the dynamic engagement of intelligence. He who does not know what life is, how can he know what death is? Music produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. It is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. If we are not at peace with ourselves, we cannot guide others in the search for peace. No matter how busy you may think you are, you must find time for reading, or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. Study the past if you would define the future. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. Attack the evil that is within yourself, rather than attacking the evil that is in others. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? Hold fast to truth. Batten upon virtue. Rely on kindness. And find your recreation in the arts. The green reed which bends in the wind is stronger than the mighty oak which breaks in a storm. The common man marvels at uncommon things. The wise man marvels at the commonplace. Advice that cannot be applied is the epitome of coldness, lacking in practical warmth and utility. The good leader knows what is true, the bad leader knows what sells best. If you already know what you have to do and you do not do it, then you are worse than before. A loud voice cannot compete with a clear voice, even if it's a whisper. A man with a beautiful soul always has something beautiful to say, but a man who says beautiful things does not necessarily have a beautiful soul. Avoid attempting to extinguish a blaze with more fire, just as you wouldn't solve a flood by adding water. The best words are those which hold deep meaning and are understandable to all. He who revisits the old to learn the new can be considered a master.